It's the final countdown for Toyotathon at Team Toyota. Don't miss these final days to get our lowest prices of the year and biggest savings of the year on our entire selection of new Toyotas. Hurry in for the final days of Toyotathon at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill.
Good morning, South Louisiana, and good morning to you, Donna Britt. Okay, if you look at the center of your screen, you're looking at CBS Mornings, where their reporter Ian Lee. Jared, where is he reporting from?
Yeah, he's in Syracuse, New York, which upstate New York, as you know, and that's part of what they call the snow belt.
Okay.
They can average between 90 to 150 inches of snow per year.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you heard that correctly. So, yeah, they're used to it there, but I don't know if you ever get used to that kind of weather.
And you're from there.
Not Syracuse, but from New York, absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, I'm no stranger to that. So this isn't that bad, what we have out today, 30s. I mean, we could take that. Tico, I don't know.
She said, nope.
She's like, nah, I don't know.
Not
but
even
you know what?
days.
You know, that's the weather here. If you don't like it, just wait another day or two, and we'll change it.
Yeah.
We'll bring back the 70s the end of the week. Yeah.
Your warmth is coming, Tico, I promise.
I hope so.
I mean, our trade-off for a cold New Year's Eve and New Year's Day was a, 70 to 75 degree Christmas? It was really nice.
It was very, very nice. I loved it. Don't like the cold weather.
No.
Especially getting out at 2 o'clock in the morning.
No.
Yeah.
Do you even have a winter coat?
I do. Several. Like the big parkas.
Yeah.
Like really bubbly. Like, where is she going with
Like
that?
the down winter coats.
Yeah.
I get
like
that
it's
too.
too much, girl.
I get that actually. I've got
I hear that.
I've got my long coat, the gentleman's coat. Sometimes people are like, oh, do you really need that down here? I was like, occasionally.
Right.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every once or twice an
Gotta be ready.
occasion. Yeah. Is that something that you brought from home, or is that something you got here?
That's something that I got up from up
Really?
north. Yeah, I don't know if you can even buy them down here.
I imagine that
might
a
have
fur
to-
coat store wouldn't do well down here, but
Yeah, you know, you
Who
only need them for a
knows?
day or two, but
Yeah.
you never could be too sure.
no. I think we were doing a story earlier today too, where we checked in on New York. Times Square, as they're getting ready for the big ball drop on New
Right.
Year's Eve. The temperature there is 30 degrees. In Baton Rouge, it's 36 degrees. So if you
Not
don't
much
have
of a
the means to
difference.
travel,
Yeah.
you can kind of experience it here. Get your own little disco ball and throw your own confetti.
Yeah.
It'll be the same in your own backyard.
I mean, it's not quite the confetti out there, but at least you're home. I mean, if you've ever been out there, I mean, you can get stuck. It could take hours to get home from there.
Have you ever been?
Once.
Or either of you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, once, never, one and done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you have to use the bathroom, go punk.
Correct. That's exactly why it's not desirable to me. I like the allure of watching it on TV,
Yeah.
but I imagine because of security, you have to get there hours ahead of
Yeah.
time. It's cold. You're
Lots of
standing there.
standing,
Yes,
yeah.
but you're packed in there like a
Yeah.
can of sardines,
Yeah.
and I imagine it's just not fun leading up to the big
Yeah.
moment. Is it
Yeah.
worth it?
Yeah, no. I mean, in most cases, no. But I mean, the way to do it is to have a hotel and have the window overlooking. But believe me, they're gonna charge you an arm and a leg. They know what they have there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Is it free to attend though?
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
anyone just
Yeah,
go?
anybody can just
Really?
go,
If
show
you're
up.
willing to wait.
Yeah.
And hold your
and
pee.
stay out there till 4 in the morning. Yeah, hold your pee.
No. That sounds awful.
Keep the drinking to a minimum out there, right?
Ideally,
That's not gonna help.
Yeah. All right. Well,
You'll
we'll
have
see. Well, we're counting down to the new year here, and thankfully, it's quiet for the most part. We're not expecting a wet New Year's. It's
Right.
dry for the most part. It's just cold, Jared.
Yeah, it's just cold, but the weather's not too bad. Matter of fact, outside, look at this beautiful sunrise that you have looking live, courtesy of Our Lady of the Lake Sky 9, looking at Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, and congrats to them on that 3,000 transport milestone. That's just awesome. They do a great job. Yeah, very cool looking out there. And actually, we avoided the light freeze. We kind of stalled it out at about 34. We're at 36 right now. But even when there's the lightest of breeze, 5-6 miles per hour, it does make a difference. It will make it feel like the lower 30s out there. This is very deceiving. 68 degrees, that was the high yesterday. We hit that high right after midnight. Then the cold front blew through and knocked everything down. So we have this freeze warning down to the south. This is interesting because now the freeze warning has actually been pushed back a day. That'll be in effect from midnight tonight to 8 a.m. Wednesday, and that's again for the southern parishes if you live between Convent, Thibodaux, and Houma. Let's see if we're still hanging on to that cold weather advisory, and it looks like we are. We don't necessarily need it this morning, but nevertheless, better safe than sorry because the wind chills are not that bad. And as I mentioned, most of the viewing area is above freezing. The light freeze barely in Macomb. Slidell has it, Gulfport has it, but the rest of the area, the rest of the region, mainly looking at mid, even a couple of upper 30s. 30s, but I think we're going to replace those with upper 20s by the time we get to daybreak tomorrow morning. But even still, that 28, and it is really cold, don't get me wrong, but that's technically not hard freeze territory. So you'll notice for pipes, I didn't check that off. You can choose to do so or not. Whether you do or you don't, I think you're going to be fine either way. And it's still going to be chilly, as Liz alluded to, for Wednesday night for the New Year's Eve for the Red Stick Revelry. There you see the cloud cover. It's not that much, but I think these clouds were just enough to keep our temperatures up above freezing over the past couple of hours. But you do see that clearing line also encroaching on our area. So we're going to become completely sunny. It's going to be a nice day. In fact, a big part of the United States is very dry after that Arctic front moved through and dried everybody off. Meanwhile, what about the temperatures today? Can we warm things up? Well, we're going to try to, but we're only going to stall it out with highs in the low 50s. So even in the afternoon, it's going to be filled with sun. It's going to be beautiful, but it's still going to be a little bit chilly out there. And then getting down to the upper 20s. But even if you live up north in Macomb, it's about the same. So light freeze area wide, not a hard freeze. Then let's talk about the next cold front. This one's going to be weak. It's not even going to give us much of a cool down, if any, and it's barely going to give us any wet weather Friday late going into early Saturday morning, but that clears the way for a better weather weekend. I think you're going to like that in the 7-day forecast. Barely any rain again over the next 7 days. For today, we get up around 50 degrees, becoming sunny, a beautiful blue sky day, or at least it will become so. Get ready for the light freeze for tonight down to the upper 20s, and we will have mainly clear skies. For the 3-day weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it looks like your outdoor plans are fine. Like I said, that 30% for Saturday is just very early in the morning. By the time we get to about mid-morning, that's it. It's gone. The remainder of the weekend's looking good. Going to be around 70 degrees, and we've got more 70s on the back end of that forecast. 7:09, Tico Fox, how are the roads?
Well, it's still pretty quiet. We'll be back to that typical morning drive by Friday or at least by Monday morning. So enjoy it while you can. If you're heading into the Baton Rouge area from around Denham Springs, you can see right here around 4-H Club, pretty much a car here, a car there, and then there's nothing. But again, enjoy that early morning drive. That continues if you're heading west on 12 into the Baton Rouge area. Right now, you're looking at about an 11-minute drive from Juban out towards the 1012. And here's a live look right near Airline Highway as drivers make their way west on 12 towards the 1012, towards the downtown area. Still looking good on this Tuesday morning.
Well, here at 7-Eleven, we want to talk about some of today's headlines that you'll be talking about. Baton Rouge Police Department now investigating a shooting, and they could use your help if you know anything. Let's take you to the scene of the crime here. The Baton Rouge police investigating this shooting that happened Monday afternoon. We're told one person was hurt. Police officers were dispatched to this scene. This is North 18th Street near Gayosa, right before 2:30 Monday afternoon. Now, officials tell us the victim is expected to survive, but you're seeing some of the evidence from this scene. That car, that vehicle there with the missing side mirrors. If you happen to know anything, or perhaps you saw something in that daylight crime, go ahead and call Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP. You know, Baton Rouge police staying busy on Monday. They've arrested a second person in the connection to the death of Southern University student Donovan Pugh. Police say Quenbraylon Dunn and now another man are accused of trying to rob the victim of drugs. Dunn now faces similar charges for the first person arrested: murder, home invasion, and armed robbery. We want to let you know about other things happening in the capital area, including this. Shootings, homicides down from last year. You see that slug on the bottom of your screen. The Baton Rouge Police Department says the numbers are significantly down this year. In fact, homicides down 15% from years prior. Now, the East Baton Rouge District Attorney Hiller Moore says that a large number of homicide cases actually happened right after the peak of the pandemic as we were coming down from it. This year, well, the numbers are drastically different, although that could change with the lack of manpower heading into the new year. How will budgetary concerns impact all of that? We will keep our eyes on this conversation and let you know from the Baton Rouge Police Department and the East Baton Rouge District Attorney's Office. We also want to let you know that law enforcement presence will ramp up in the Big Easy. Starting today, you'll see more law enforcement presence in and around the French Quarter. Hundreds of officials will be deployed in downtown New Orleans along with the quarter. They'll also enforce restrictions on what you can and cannot bring while visiting that area. City leaders say that tourism numbers are expected to be up in high numbers. In fact, 93% of hotel occupancy is already booked. Keep in mind, New Year's already draws in revelers, but you've got the Sugar Bowl. Many families are in town for that as well. And this also comes on the heels of that 1-year anniversary of the Bourbon Street terror attack. Keep in mind, you cannot carry backpacks or things of large bags or duffel bags into the quarter. There will be National Guardsmen, Louisiana State Police Troopers, the New Orleans Police Department, hundreds of them, in fact, will be in and around the area. So just keep that in mind if you plan on making your way down to the Big Easy to ring in the brand new year. As you get out on our, oh, there we go. Talk about some last-minute holiday events that are happening in the capital area. If you'd like to go ice skating, well, your opportunity is winding down. Today is the last day to do that at the River Center. It's also your last opportunity to catch the Louisiana Lights at the Burden Gardens over there off of Essen Lane. Or perhaps if you're in North Baton Rouge, catch the Zoo Lights at the Baton Rouge Zoo. It is the last day to do so. And remember, if you go, the zoo will give you half off admission if you bring a canned food item. That's going right to the Baton Rouge Food Bank. Hey, if you're trying to figure out how you're going to ring in the new year, the Baton Rouge annual Red Stick Revelry is happening in downtown Baton Rouge tomorrow night. If you're perhaps have kids that you want to ring in the New Year's with, the Knock Knock Children's Museum is hosting Noon Year's Eve tomorrow, a good daytime event to get them tired. And of course, we've got a number of New Year's Eve events happening throughout the capital area. If you'd like to find all of them, find that story in the 9 News app and WAFB.com. We'll see you in 10.
Don't let time run out. These are the final days of Happy Honda Days at Team Honda. It's your last chance to make no payments for 90 days on every new Honda, plus get clearance pricing on select new Hondas. Hurry in now before time runs out at Team Honda on Seagan Lane.